last time, and then now we just do the recording. Okay, yeah, we're live. We're good now.
Okay.
All right. So You Can Negotiate Anything by Herb Pahan.
Mm-hmm.
Like the title of the book for sure.
Yeah.
Love negotiation. So let's start. Stefano, have you
All
read the
right.
book?
So no, I didn't finish the book. I did read. I did like two summaries before jumping in the call.
Okay.
But I think it's best if you start and then we can go from there. I have a few notes as far as negotiation.
Okay.
That will be good to talk about, but maybe you can break down on your end the book.
Sure. So as we usually do, I'm gonna do the rating of the book from 1 to 10. One is being the worst, 10 is being the best, and then three categories: how it was written, how did it impact you, and overall. So the way it was written, I would give a 7. How did it impact me, I would give like a 6.5.
Mm.
And overall I would give it 7 as well. I mean, the book is good. I like the title, I like what it's about. So one of the notes that I have is um that in life everything is negotiation. Okay, starting with your family when you go to travels, when you go to dinner, when you do anything in life, it's all about negotiation. Right now, what we're doing is talking about the book. It's some sort of a negotiation, you know. So it's and the best way um, to have a good negotiation, which I always think the same way, is both parties to win. You know, both parties being in a win-win. So it's not, you never negotiate how he called it in the book, Soviet way. Soviet negotiation. So he's comparing the Soviet people, which is Russians back in the day. They were negotiating just like very cruel, very one way, and they didn't care about other side if they're winning or they're losing. You know, they just want to win, and they want to win big. You know, I think that's not a right way to negotiate, because I believe negotiations something that you build in a relationship, right? So if you negotiate something and both party wins, you are satisfied, I'm satisfied, we're both winning, we're gonna do it a business again, right? If I do the business and only me winning and you're not getting anything, or even worse, you're losing a lot, but you have no choice, then very hard they're gonna do ever business with me, right? So that's why he was saying avoid Soviet negotiations. Um, One of the other things that I really like is that he's saying study the person with who you're going to be negotiating, so you have some sort of information or leverage over the person. Not in a bad way, you know, but if you know that that person, give an example, I don't know, likes coffee, right? And you go and you're gonna meet with him and you're gonna invite him to a coffee. That's being prepared and knowing the person what they like. Or if you go deep into negotiation, know exactly what person would rather, right? Instead of what you want. But at the same time, okay, if that person wants that, but I want this, by me giving him that, I'm gonna get this, right? So that's I think very important as well in any negotiation that you're gonna get into. So 7, 6.5, 7. That's my rating.
That's good. Yeah, I have that as my main kind of point to, like the idea of information, the importance of having as much information as possible. Yeah, like I think that's just super powerful. In any way that you can. Like I think just recently I have first have started to be more mindful of the information that I give when talking to providers or suppliers. And if it's not necessary for me to share that information, I don't share it. Because
Right.
I think it's, I mean, I have been surprised so much by how sharing something, it's not like in a bad way, but like it just gives them more tools to have more
Use it,
leverage.
use it against you.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you don't have to give that info, like literally, I've gone through this many times, like typing an email, and I mean, I like to share, like I like to share the why behind things, but I'm like, I type and I'm like, this is not necessary. Um, and I can already like imagine like two ways in which they can actually use this later, you know?
Right.
So that's one thing. And then the second thing is just to try to get as much information as possible, right?
Right.
Having those conversations.
Right.
And just letting them speak, that can be very powerful. That's one thing. And then well, and that goes into like information. It's not only about information about that supplier, but like the market as a whole. So I think the most effective way I have been able to negotiate prices with my suppliers has been understanding what other suppliers are out there and literally shopping around. And if they offer me, $10, but this other suppliers offer me 8, then I just tell them like, hey, like I really want to work with you, but this guy is offering me 8, and I have a responsibility to my customers to give them the best price possible. So how can we work this out? And if they can offer me 8, then we can work. If they can offer me 7.5. And that's the thing too, like maybe this guy that is offering you 8 is offering you 8, but they're not offering you terms, right? Or they are not offering you fast turnarounds, or maybe they're not offering you something else. But when you negotiate, you don't have to tell that. I mean, you don't have to. You can
Right.
literally take screenshot, send them the price, and have them work with you. And it's kind of like a sneaky and like I don't really got tricked, but that's, I mean,
But that's
that's business, you know.
that's I don't think that's being a slicker or anything. I think this is just part of the negotiation.
Yeah,
You're trying to get a best deal possible for your business. That's business.
yeah,
That's a negotiation right there.
yeah,
And there's just some information just not need to be disclosed. You don't
yeah,
need to tell them, you know. Um but yeah, definitely it's a really good point. You shouldn't reveal any information that can basically hurt you, you know. A contrary, try to collect as much as information so it can help your business or help the negotiation.
yeah, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but definitely anything can be negotiated. Not everyone have the audacity or the I guess the skill to negotiate. Okay, to not go really far. My own wife, she's horrible in negotiation. If she could pay everything at full price, she would do it. Like everything. And if she can pay extra, she can do it too. She's terrible in negotiation. Terrible. And me, I'm going anywhere. Anywhere. I could be in the most fancy store and I will try to negotiate.
That's
She
awesome.
always so shame about this. But I mean, any money that I can save by getting the discount is the money that's gonna stay in my account.
Yeah,
That's the way I see it. And that's the money I can still use it to spend it with my family.
Yep.
you know? So, and it's so hard to make money. So making it an extra request for a discount, better price, I mean, better terms, anything. It's better for your business. It's better for everyone, you know?
Yeah.
And it's almost every time there's a space for a discount or for a better price. Almost every time. That's why I kind of hate going to China. China is so hard to negotiate with them. I don't know. Every time I was getting the price, it's the set price. I could buy 20 containers or I can buy just one container. It's the same price. And it's in their culture. And I was always asking, I mean, why? Because they're starting with the best price.
Mm.
And I'm type of person that I'd rather you to start with a higher price and then I negotiate to your best price and I feel better. But that's the way they are, you know? And yeah, but I'm very used to negotiate. I mean, like every time. Negotiate with my time, negotiate with my money, negotiate with any business arrangement. And it's just part of, I guess, my DNA, you know? And there is people that are not fit for that, you know? They just don't even think about it. And I'm always thinking about
So,
it.
so what are some of the, you don't have to go into the details of the negotiations themselves, but like what are some types of negotiations you have had in the last whatever week, month, or whatever?
Well, bunch of them. One of them, terms of payments. I want to extend higher terms of payments because of the cash flow, the rotation of the velocity of the sales. I'm always trying to get the best terms with the vendors. You know, that's one. Better pricing. Always trying to get a better pricing. If there's somebody in the market selling same products with a better price and they have the same fees of selling the product, they get in the better cost. So why they get in the better cost? How can I get the best same, at least same cost? I'm not trying to get a better. If I can get better, even better, but at least the same cost, you know? What else? Promotions. You know, there's with the brands that I'm working direct, I'm trying to negotiate different promotions that we can run for their brand so the product can sell more. And those promotions usually going like 50-50 with them, or maybe even in some special products, they can even assume the 100% of the promotions. You know, that's one of the things also in negotiation. If there's seasonal products, I negotiate with the seasonal products. I'm trying to always negotiate a bunch because there's so much risk, you know. So returns, better pricing, better terms, faster delivery, uh, all that. You know, the seasonal products are very complicated, so I'm always trying to cover my back with best terms possible. You know, in the process.
Makes sense. That's good. Also, something I want to kind of like double click on something that you said before, which was how you framed it when you were talking about um how you negotiate in front of your wife, and you said that she was a little bit like, "Oh my God, he's negotiating." You're
Oh
like,
yeah,
or like the amount of money that I can save, we can use for the family, right? To
exactly,
That's the
exactly.
same. And I think that like how you frame it, you can frame it with whoever you're negotiating. Like you can frame it in a way where it's in their interest to help you, right?
Right.
And I think that's super powerful. I think that's very powerful.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, same, just just the way you said. You negotiate even with your own family members, with your wife, with your kids. My kids negotiate with me constantly. Hey, daddy, can I do 50 push-ups? Can I play one more hour in Fortnite with the PlayStation? Because they know I always ask them to do something before I allow them to do something. So if they want to play PlayStation, I ask them to do 20 pages. You need to read 20 pages. If
That's
they want to
awesome.
play extra hour, I'm asked them to do push-ups. So now they come to me. It's like, Papi, can I play one more hour and I will do 50 push-ups? It's like, okay, let's do it. So they already negotiate with me, but
Yeah.
that's a dynamic that I'm creating in my own family, and I love that. I love that. But they also need to understand before any thing they want, there's a earning process. There's a something that they need to do in order to receive something. It's not just you get everything you want and that's it.
Yeah.
They need to earn it. I mean, it's a silly stuff, but it's just a mindset that it's already getting programmed. That I think is very important.
Yeah, when he's 16, he'll be like, Bobby, can I do 50 push-ups and get a car?
No, no, you gotta do at least at least 100 push-ups at that age. But
Oh man.
yeah, of course, the bigger they're gonna get, the more they're gonna ask, the more I gonna ask. So that's a both ways, you know. That's a both ways. But they're phenomenal kids. They finish really well. They're great. They just I had a graduation of my older son today, and there was the youngest one yesterday. So they did really well. One finished first grade, the other one finished fourth grade. So very, very excited for them.
That's awesome, man. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So yeah, man, negotiation is a big part. I love it. I love it. Our next book is about what was the choice? Clear Thinking
Mm.
by Shane Parrish.
Mm.
So that's gonna be our next book. So whoever is watching on YouTube, which I see a couple of people there in the stream, that's the book that we're gonna be discussing next month. Thank you very much. Thank you, Stefan, as always.
Thank you.
Very, very happy to see you, man.
Same, man.